smoker, we're here to save the day. We got tips and tricks, reviews and more. Join us on the back porch, that's what we're here for. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the back porch lounge where the vibe is bold. Shy about the shop, no need to fear. We'll teach you the ropes and make it all clear. Learn the lingo, find your cigar groove. With the Leaf Cutters crew, you got nothing to prove. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the back porch lounge where the vibe is bold. So grab your cigar, join the conversation. Let's light it up, spark some inspiration. The Leaf Cutters are here, the world to ignite. One stick at a time, under the porch light.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Back Porch Lounge. We are the Leaf Cutters and we are not professionals, but we are here to help. And tonight we have Billy filling in for both, well actually all three people, Robert, Graham, and Andy. So you need to play all three roles. So hope you feel like smoking 4 cigars tonight, just by yourself.
Yes, sure.
Okay, good.
You have to do it at the same time too. You can't shift them out.
Yeah, you have to have them all in your mouth at the same time.
Yes.
Let me think about that. No.
How about no?
So tonight we're going to do a short story for you. That's when we take a cigar and just don't do any research on it and just completely make up crap about it. And then at the end of the show, if we feel like it, we'll tell you the truth about what's going on with it. And today I am bringing you the Smoky Cigar Drunk Donald. It is a barber pole that was given to me by Smoky Cigar Smoke Shop up in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So they wanted me to check it out and do a review on it. Sorry, I'm going to make fun of it for a little bit, but I will do an honest review on it. How about you, Billy?
I am smoking the Banker Day Trader by H. Upman.
Ooh, H. Upman's a good brand, man.
Yeah.
All right. And how about you, Zach?
All right. So this is, and I don't know the name of it because it doesn't have a label. It was not given to me. I did purchase it, but it's a house cigar from Atomic City Cigars in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And it appears to be a barber pole with 3 different tobacco flavors there. Not flavors as in flavored, but, different maturity and such. And I know very little about it, so I'll have to make it up anyway.
Fantastic.
All right, so I want to go ahead and light this thing as I give you my short story of the Drunken Donald. So, as I mentioned, this is coming from Tennessee. It's handmade in Tennessee, and the reason why they're doing the Drunken Donald is actually an ode to the moonshine distilleries up there, because there was this guy named Old Sam, and Old Sam lived up in the mountains, of course, where you do, and he had his own distillery. Well, Old Sam couldn't imbibe alcohol, but he loved making moonshine. So what he did was he got himself a duck. And what he did was, since ducks, evidently I didn't know this, ducks take a lot more alcohol to get drunk. So he could actually test the proof of his alcohol by feeding it to the duck. And if the duck got drunk, he knew it was a high proof alcohol. If the duck didn't get drunk, he knew it was a low proof alcohol. And that's how he was able to tell that, the different proofs of his alcohol. And of course that duck was named Donald after the beloved duck from some other franchise. But he called the duck Donald. So this is an ode to that duck, and it's amazing.
Okay.
That sounds plausible. I'm sure that ducks have amazing livers and can process all kinds of alcohol.
They have amazing livers. And sorry, it's And the reason why it's barber pole, it's for Donald and Daisy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Just so you know, represents both. So how about you, Billy?
So this is the Banker series, and this is the Day Trader. And the reason this one is called the Day Trader is it actually goes back to an individual that was originally named Tom Spiegelman. And Tom Spiegelman was a day trader in New York. He originally lived in a small town in Virginia and grew in like a love of cigars and tobacco growing and stuff like that. When he moved to become a day trader in New York, he got really involved in the Wolf of Wall Street. And he kind of was inspired by that, so he started doing all kinds of crazy shit, and decided he was going to kind of mix the two fields, and got involved with importing Cuban tobacco. And he got in some serious shit for it. They fired him, and he decided to change his name and create his own line of cigars. Under the name Robert Amano. So Robert Amano went to the H. Upman Company and said, "I've got a blend I want you guys to try. I think it's fantastic. I think it'll go perfect in your Banker series because I was a day trader." So that's how it came to be.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic.
I guess it's my turn now.
Zach, let's hear about yours, man.
All right. So first of all, apologies to Secret City Cigar Lounge, not Atomic City, Secret City, for misremembering your name. It's a cool little shop in Oak Ridge. But the Tri Tobacco barber pole is an homage to the Manhattan Project. Obviously, each color represents a different site. Hatford, Washington, Los Alamos, New Mexico, and Oak Ridge, Tennessee. So in their efforts to, defeat the evil during World War II. So this cigar is an homage to that.
Fantastic.
That's a deep cigar there, man.
Like,
I just
I
got
also
a
could have
couple
said
of
Close
ducks.
in the Dark.
There is
I just got a couple
slight
of ducks
hint
fucking.
of uranium.
It does have kind of a yellow cake vibe to it. Getting a subtle yellow cake.
So, what's first thoughts on light up on each one of yours, boys? This one's pretty pleasant. It's probably a mild to medium smoke so far. It's full. It's a full smoke in the mouth, so it's got a lot of smoke. It's got a good smoke output, I should say. The flavor's not bad. I can't taste anything. I can't get anything. I'm not pulling anything as far as flavor wise yet. It tastes like tobacco, essentially. But so far, not bad. How about you, Billy?
Yeah, so far this is actually pretty damn good. It's also on the lighter side, but the flavors are there. It's not pulling any punches on flavor, but yeah, I'm not finding any kind of one particular note or anything. But I kind of am. This is the way starting off. It kind of reminds me a little bit in the same flavor profile as that Romacraft. Which one was that we had the other day?
The Intemperance EC.
Yeah,
the
Intemperance EC.
So it's a little on that same flavor profile, at least so far.
Interesting. What'd you use that?
Starting off good, light, but approachable. I think this would probably be like the half inch or whatever I'm into the cigar. I think this would be an okay cigar for just about anybody. It's not over the top on anything, but hopefully it gets a little more interesting as we go.
Nice. I did forget to mention a little side note for the Drunken Donald here.
Oh yeah.
Legend tells it that
Legend has it
Legend has it that sometimes, Donald would get a little too drunk because he had too much moonshine. And there was this trail that went straight down the mountain. And Donald would accidentally go down that trail because he's drunk. And he was extremely fast when he was drunk.
Yeah.
So that's how we get White Lightning, because he was a white duck and he went down the mountain extremely fast. I mean, some people say it's because of, moonshine being called White Lightning, stuff like that. It's actually because of Donald the Drunken Duck.
And you know what? Are you sure they didn't name him Donald because of his temper when he got drunk?
It could be.
Because Donald Duck's got a temper, right?
That's right.
So.
Donald does have a temper. He could be a mean ass duck. I don't know. I mean, he is arguing with the person on the label. It says, "I'm not drunk," and he's like, "Yes, you are." It's there right on the label.
That's funny.
So
I like it.
could be. I'm a little disappointed. I'm not getting any kind of flavors of duck out of it, but
No canard. No roast canard.
I love duck.
No Aleron.
It's one of my favorite meats. I would say probably duck and lamb.
Nice. I'm not such a lamb fan.
I get
Not
that.
a lamb fan. You don't like gyros?
Yeah, I like gyros, but if it's like a roasted lamb shank or something like that, I'd take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I get that. It's got a flavor that's not for everybody, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Flavors are starting to change on mine a bit. More toasted, kind of a smoky flavor. Smoke. But yeah, there's a...
It smells like smoke.
Is it?
Like burning leaves of some sort.
Tastes like the fall.
It's like the fall. It smells like dried leaves with a little bit of, I don't know, something.
Is that
Something-
a fort? Like a leaf fort? Yeah.
A hint of pollen
And muscadine.
and muscadine.
A bit of honeydew. Cantaloupe. Are we talking summer? What are we talking about?
It tastes like burnt sienna Crayola crayon. No.
I detect a bit
I
of
was going to go
tiramisu.
more a burnt umber. More umber than sienna.
I'm getting burgundy, personally.
What a maroon.
The retro hail on this is very light. You know how a more pungent, full-bodied cigar will kind of almost burn a little bit.
Yeah.
That's just me. But this is almost like a pipe, as far as the retro hail being lighter. None of their aromatics from pipe tobacco, but just easy to do without a problem.
Yeah, burning the hell out of your palate, the back of your nose.
It's kind of weird. Every time I tried that retro hell, this one, just nothing.
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot
Yeah.
on mine either, but
No.
it's not.
But it has a lot of smoke. I don't get it.
Mine's not a bit, not really that strong on the retro hill either. But
I'm getting like a little bit of like a light roast coffee kind of in the the puff and the retro a little bit. It's kind of nice. Definitely a lot more Hatford than Los Alamos.
is it more Hatfield than McCoy?
That's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
I worked with a lady who was married to a McCoy. That's apparently
A real
still a
McCoy?
real thing.
Or just
Extended
McCoy.
family to the family, from what I understand.
Wow.
Nice.
Her ex-husband, I guess. He apparently was
Really hates
not,
Metallica,
not the
right?
greatest.
Do they have bad blood?
I mean, he was. Yeah, I guess.
Nobody heard the Metallica thing. Yeah, I know it was. I know it's not. I know it's Headfield, not Hatfield. Same difference.
It's Hetfield, you son of a...
Don't you drag James's name through the ground.
Yeah,
Do the dirt.
that. Don't you drag do the dirt, you son of a bee. Metallica's rock gods. They are. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I'm not denying it. They're fucking rock gods.
I mean, Yeah, we don't a lot of other bands if there's no Metallica.
Correct. There are a lot of bands that were inspired by Metallica.
Speaking of
Need more
inspiring
bands to be
people,
inspired by that kind of music, though. I need more of that kind of stuff moving into the mainstream, at least a little bit.
But it's funny because Metallica was inspired by Iron Maiden.
Well, yeah, Iron Maiden. Oh God, there's so many influences. I know James Hetfield really likes. Shit, I can't remember any of them now. Yep, Merciful Fate. Oh God, I can't remember some of these other ones, but I used to know them. But yeah, a lot of 70s rock stuff like that.
Yeah,
King Diamond.
Ooh, that's going way back.
Yeah, like if you listen to the live album they did, the first one. Is it the Live Shit Binge and Purge? Or no, not that one.
Garage Days Inc.
Garage Days.
No, that's not live.
Yeah, it's Garage Days Inc. Yeah,
but it's not live.
No, it's not a live one. But if you listen to that one, all the covers they did, a lot of those are, obviously their influences. So,
yeah, that's a great album.
Oh,
it is a great album.
It's one of my favorite albums.
On a lot of those songs. Yeah,
one of my favorite songs on that album is "Turn the Page."
Oh yeah, I like their version a lot.
Yeah, it's
speaking of rock gods. So Ozzy Osbourne was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
I watched some of the induction ceremony, which was a few people singing parts of his songs. And I'm a big Tool fan. And Maynard James Keenan sung, and I'd heard a little interview with him previously that he was very nervous because Ozzy has a very different range from Maynard. And it was interesting to hear. Like, I always thought that Maynard had like this like huge range. He just has a very good voice and knows how to sing in his range. But Ozzy, man, that's like way up there.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Ozzy's
cool.
Have you seen those?
It's amazing to see that he can still sing that high now.
Yeah.
And he feels like it,
He did not look like he was in the greatest shape. He didn't get up out of his chair. They brought him out on like a throne. And
the last time I got to see him, he could still hit the high notes.
Did you see him live? Or was it
no?
Or just
what was the last thing I saw?
Something you caught.
Yeah, something I caught, and he was singing live, and I was like, "You still got it."
Have you seen those AI videos where it's Ozzy and James Hetfield and I think it's Billy? Oh God, not Billy Corgan, from Green Day, Billy Joe.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
It's I'm thinking a couple others, and they make them all sing a song together, and it's like they'll do like modern pop songs in their style. It's really cool.
I've not seen that specifically, but I've seen a few of the others where, like, what was the one? It was like 50 Cent in the style of Conway Twitty. It was amazing.
I love seeing stuff like that.
I Ruined It channel on YouTube or Facebook or whatever does a lot of those where they take somebody and they make a song. Like who'd they do one for? I think they did "Baby Got Back" by like Bing Crosby or some shit. It was ridiculous.
There's a band called Postmodern Jukebox that does popular songs of many different styles in different music styles of the like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and it is awesome. Such a group of like talented people. I actually saw them in Shreveport back when they came through, and it was freaking amazing. I'm trying to think of the cover. They did a Metallica cover. It was I think it was Memory Remains. Anyway, it was beautiful. It was different style, same lyrics, same kind of vibe, but It was awesome.
Speaking of covers,
There's Nothing Else Matters.
that's a great song, especially if somebody covers it. That's great.
Yeah.
At a recent wedding that I DJ'd, there was
What's your DJ name again?
Bubbles.
That's
Bubbles.
DJ Bubbles.
DJ Bubbles.
DJ Bubbles.
But I was playing.
Isn't that Michael Jackson's
who was it?
Monkey?
No, well, I think I think it is. I think it's Michael
that's
Jackson
the name
Monkey. I think you're right. So I was playing. What's the name of that freaking song? Anyway, a couple of years ago, Foo Fighters covered the Bee Gees, and I was sitting there playing. They were called the DGs, and I was sitting there playing it, and they were like, "Man, this sounds really good. This is a good version of the Bee Gees." I'm like, "It's not the Bee Gees.
Yep.
It's not the Bee Gees." And I think it was More Than a Woman. I'm like, "It's not the Bee Gees." They're like, "This is you be kidding me? This is the Bee Gees." I'm like, "No, it is not the Bee Gees. It's Foo Fighters." But they sound almost exactly the same.
Even
It is
the
so-
falsetto?
Yes, it is freaky
Wow.
as hell that
Yeah.
Dave Grohl was able to do that. But it sounds
It's
just
weird.
like the Bee Gees.
That's amazing.
It's weird but good. Like I said, it sounds really good. It's a modern version of the song, but they hit the notes.
What are they
which was
called?
just the DGs.
DGs. Okay.
Yeah, but it was really good, and everybody had a good time listening to that because they were like shocked that it was the Foo Fighters.
I like it when you see like metal bands cover shit like that they have no business covering. Like Children of Bodom did a whole album called Skeletons in Their Closet, and I think they did like Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Nice.
Shit's hilarious. Or they did what I don't know, is it out Looking Out My Back Door from CCR? They did a cover
Oh,
of that.
nice.
It was amazing because it's like they do speed metal, so they did like a super fast version of it. It was really cool.
I liked what was it, Five Finger Death Punch? When they redid Bad Company.
Oh yeah.
That was a good
version.
cover.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good
It's,
song.
Me First
Better
and the
not
Gimme
fuck that up.
Gimmes, punk band doing covers and punk style. I love their stuff. I don't know if you guys like punk or not, but
I like punk.
it's good. It's good for the soul.
It's
If
good for
punk
the
is
soul.
Good for the soul. Yeah. Well, and speaking of covers that were epic, Johnny Cash, his cover series,
Yeah, his cover of
friggin'
Hurt.
Hurt.
Yes. Oh my God,
Dang.
that was amazing. There was a whole
Yep.
story behind that. If you go look it up online, just look up the story of Hurt and Johnny Cash. He picked that song because it spoke to him, and he sung it. And whenever he sung it, you felt what he was feeling, and it was amazing and spooky and beautiful all at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it wasn't like somebody just presented with a catalog and said, "Hey, pick your karaoke song. Let's do that." No, he was like, I want this song because it means something to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
Yeah,
a really cool story behind it.
Yeah, when
If you
I
catch
first
that.
heard that cover, I was just like, "Oh my god, that gave me freaking chills."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, at first
I
I,
mean,
didn't
I like-
realize it was
I
Nine
like
Inch
the
Nails, but
original.
then, well, I love the original. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, when he was singing it, I didn't realize it was a Nine Inch Nails song when he was singing it.
Yeah,
I thought he was like,
it was
you
so
know,
different. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
because
the
it sounded
lyrics are the
familiar.
same,
Yeah.
but
It sounded-
almost the same.
Well, it was pretty much the same. I mean, he changed the inflection.
He
and everything.
sanitized it a little bit.
He did.
He took out the curse words, basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
No empire of shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
But
he said no crown of shit.
dirt.
Or, yeah,
It's his empire of dirt.
yeah. He said crown
But,
of thorns, I think, in his version or something like that. I wear this crown. Yeah, he said I wear this crown
Yeah.
of shit, and not. He said I
Yeah.
wear this crown of thorns.
Thorns, yeah. But it was it was mind blowing. When you can take somebody's song like that and change it, and I mean, I don't know what Reznor had to say about it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably positive.
Oh, sure.
I haven't heard like a direct quote from him, but I think he like is blown away by it. It's like its own thing. He like considers it to be a totally separate song because it's so different to him. But
Yeah.
I'm not. I may be misremembering that, so don't quote me on it.
You know, I may be making that part up too.
Well,
is the makeup show.
It's a short story.
You just make up bullshit as you come along.
I know when that video came out though, it was awesome though, because it made it seem like that song was written for him, you know, because it was about his life, you know.
Exactly.
It was really cool.
Did you both see Walk the Line, the Joaquin Phoenix and
Yeah, absolutely.
movie? It's a really good movie.
Well, just a sneak peek on what's going to be coming up on the next movie episode that we do, because you spoke of Joaquin Phoenix. I sat down and watched the Joker. I forgot how you pronounce the second part of it. I watched the second Joker.
Oh yeah,
and I am going to be crapping on that movie pretty hard. So stay tuned.
Thank you.
Oh dang! Yeah. I have not seen it yet. I'll try to watch it before we do the.
Oh my god, I'm going to crap on that movie so bad.
I'm just going to trust.
I really like the
word.
first one.
I don't know if I can.
The first one was amazing.
Yeah, I love the first one. I don't think it needed a sequel.
No, I think it did need a sequel, but just not what they did.
I mean, they established the Joker as a character. They could have just brought him into a Batman movie. I mean, because he was
that's what I'm saying.
Sent to Arkham at the end. I mean,
they could have shown him as the villain. Actually being the Joker.
Turning him back into Arthur Fleck or whatever his name is. But we'll save that.
Yeah, save it. But you brought up Joaquin Phoenix because Joaquin Phoenix is one of those actors. He's a really good freaking actor. When he gets into his roles, he gets into his roles. And when you were talking about Walk the Line, he got into the roles. A lot of that stuff, he was singing in it. And he was singing pretty well in it.
Yeah, I thought he was really good in that.
But, before I crap on his next movie, we talk about, I do want to establish, I do like Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's a great actor.
They just gave him a shitty script. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah. He rolled with it. That's for sure. All right, where are we at in our cigars?
About half.
About third.
Yeah.
About third down. Okay. Maybe third to a half.
We'll wait a minute before we review it.
No significant changes on mine.
None to be noted here either.
Still good, though.
I just wish I knew more about Drunk Donald.
Yeah, it feels like the backstory on that...
What kind of duck was he? Was it a mallard duck?
I mean, he's, typical yellow duck.
Okay. It was a baby duck?
Peking duck, maybe?
They were
I guess he was a baby duck.
Maybe alcohol?
Maybe the alcoholism just made him stay young forever. It preserved him. That's what happened. The alcohol preserved him.
Some say he was dead. Others say he was preserved.
Others say he was preserved.
They say, look at him. He's still feisty, and they kick him. He rolls around. He's like a stuffed duck.
He reacted to that perfectly.
That's exactly what I thought he was going to do. Oh, he's such a rascal. That Donald.
You rascal. That's a great word, rascal.
I mean, I don't know. But I wish I knew more about Drunken Donald, except for the legends.
I should do a little more research on Robert Armano. Or Armano. Robert Armano.
Armano. Is it like an heir to the Armani family?
No, I don't know. He just liked the name, so he changed his name to Robert Armano.
Oh, he just changed his name. Okay.
Yeah. He was, Tony Spiegelby?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just hard to say Spiegelby.
Yeah. And it's like, well, you don't want a cigar from the Spiegelbys. You want an Armano. This doesn't sound right, right?
That's marketing right there. I mean...
marketing for sure.
For sure.
Although, if the Spiegelby name is backed by a great cigar, people are going to know it.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. I mean, yeah, if he had pride in that cigar, he would have kept his original name.
It's when he got really into the Wolf of Wall Street, he just kind of went a little crazy. So, but
was he actually one of the brokers there in the Wolf of Wall Street? Like, was he actually part of
the original the people that the movie's based off of?
Yeah.
No, this is a pretty recent development. I mean, that was like in the 80s, right? When when Wall Street was huge and doing its thing, blowing up. No, this was like early 2000s when this started happening.
Oh, so he was inspired by the movie.
Yep, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's what it was.
He heard the story and got really like it really like inspired him to be more like that guy, and he's like started making really ill-advised trades but making a shit ton of money. But you know he's importing illegal shit. So that what are you gonna do?
But yet he got on with a legit brand.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
amazing.
after he moved down to El Salvador, you know it was all good.
Sounds like a smart businessman to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, he took the remainder of his money and he put it in a Swiss bank account, moved to El Salvador, changed his name. I guess that's why he changed his name. He was in trouble with the law.
It could be. It could be.
It wasn't so much marketing as it was running from the law.
Running from the law. You gave him a little bit too much credit.
Yeah, you know, El Salvador was cool though. They granted him asylum, and because he's like, well, I'm gonna be a millionaire here. I got this awesome recipe or whatever aging process that I'm gonna do with my leaves, and you know, I'm gonna be a good business guy for your country. somebody you want here. I'm gonna bring a lot of money to this country.
And they're just
So
like, stop right there. You said money. We're good.
Said enough. Mr. Armano, welcome to our country.
Welcome to our country.
Damn, well, the cigar's good.
The cigar's not bad. Smoking a little bit faster than I normally would, because I'm about halfway through mine now.
Yeah, not about the same.
Well, then I guess I'm keeping up with
The draw is really good on this cigar. I will say the construction is pretty on point.
Yeah, I'm in a really good spot right here on mine. There was a spot, I don't know, about maybe an inch down where it kind of slowed down its smoke output, and it got a little bit hard to draw. But I don't know if that was just where it was tight, where it was rolled. But once I got past that, it's kind of opened up quite a bit.
Yeah, that hadn't been a problem here. This cigar has had no hard spots whatsoever throughout it.
The air and humidity level, the air movement and humidity level is pretty much perfect for blowing smoke rings right here. I'm just saying.
You've been doing it really well. Yeah, I haven't seen your smoke rings. Perfect. Look at that.
Got him.
Okay, so, well, since we are about halfway, let's go ahead and review the halfway mark. So far, no change in flavor on mine. I can't pull out any specific, taste or anything like that from it. But it's a solid smoke. It's become a little bit more of a medium than a mild medium. So it's gotten stronger since I've lit it up. And still not tasting duck, so I'm kind of disappointed there. I mean, duck or whiskey is what I was really trying to get out of this cigar, and I'm just not getting it.
Or a whiskey duck.
Or whiskey duck. I mean, if it was a marinated duck in whiskey, I mean, that would have been perfect, spot on. But since it is not giving me either one, I think that's false advertising.
So they feed a duck fat and alcohol to the point of killing its liver. And then they take the fat and they spread it across the tobacco leaves and cure it in the duck fat.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Does that count as confit?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would. Yeah.
I don't know that you need the liver part for that, but side note, that's a delicious way to cook meat.
But since I've got neither one of those, I mean, it might get a point off because I got no duck and no alcohol. So take that as you will. Billy, how about yours, buddy?
Yeah, mine has been pretty consistent. It maybe the intensity a little bit more than it was. I don't know if that's just related to the smoke output being more or than it started off with, but definitely the flavor is pretty damn good. Not anything I can really pick out as far as any notes or anything like that. But yeah, it's really pleasant. No unnatural aftertaste or mouthfeel or anything like that after the fact. But probably something I would recommend for people that are, you know, maybe not just starting out, but, you know, getting into the game a little bit.
Well, I mean, like I said, H. Upman, they're a strong line of cigars. Mm-hmm. They've had good product for many a year.
Yeah, definitely been enjoyable so far.
Around us, they're a little bit harder to find, but they're a solid smoke. I can't say nothing but good things about them. How about you, Zach?
No significant changes in flavor. I mean, I'm getting the kind of light roasted coffee kind of went away, kind of replaced with maybe cedar, some kind of toasted cedar kind of thing. Very subtle. Not sure that I would eat. I mean, I'll like maybe convince myself that I'm getting that out of it. Also a little bit salt. Not sure.
Salt.
Yeah. There's the Corojo 98, I think is the one. Has like a little bit of a salty flavor to it. And I'm getting a little bit of that. I don't know that that's what this is, but, or if it's just like, maybe I pulled something out of my mustache from dinner and I'm now got some salt in my mouth.
Tasting mashed potatoes. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind.
It's not, I would still say it's like a mild medium maybe. Hasn't really picked up in intensity. Construction's great. Draws very nice and easy. But, you know, for a little bit more punch, a little more flavor currently.
I mean, with it having, you know, 3 different wrappers, you would think it'd have a little bit more kick to it.
Yeah, I don't really know what's on the inside though.
But maybe not, because I mean, it is a house blend, so
yeah,
it's kind of.
It could be anything.
Yeah, it could be all over the place.
I do know a thing about it.
I mean, that it tastes like yellow cake. You know, plutonium.
It's a little bit of U-232.
I bet you if I got a stack of these, I could power a nuclear sub.
I do know that it's made in the same factory as Alec Bradley's stuff, but I don't think this is a blend of theirs that's been changed. I think this is their own blend put together for the house, and it's not offensive. It's not bad. It's just not my go-to for sure yet. We got a little time. It might get better.
Maybe it'll surprise you at the end.
Definitely approachable though. I mean, I can see early cigar or someone who doesn't like a Maduro kind of being drawn to this because it looks fancy.
You know, we didn't really have a tip today, did we?
You didn't get a tip? Just a tip?
Well, we like to, you know, give tips out to, you know, smokers.
Yeah.
Especially new smokers. And I'm going to pass along a tip that I learned from our late friend Jay Robertson, because this one's getting a little bit tarry on the end. He was saying that if you get a little bit of tar build up on the end of your stick, what you want to do is basically I ashed a little bit so you can see the cherry of the burn. Right, what you want to do is puff on it as you light the cherry, and when you do that, it should suck the tar back into the cigar and make it less tarry on the end.
Okay, so it's kind of like wicking back up into the cigar.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. And the tar is gone. Well, it's still a little bit right there, but
yeah,
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good tip.
That's a good tip. So thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Did you have a question for the day?
That was pretty much it.
Oh, okay. The tip.
You want me to ask? What do you do if your cigar gets tarry on the end? And then just cut those in.
There you go.
I'm just going to cut those and reverse it. Yeah, those works.
Nailed it. First time.
Got him. Screw it. We'll fix it in post.
That's what editing is for. But this week, I smoked a little bit more than I usually do. I set a personal record for one day.
What was the final number?
I smoked 4.
Wow.
4 cigars in that one day.
How was that?
So much It was, believe it or not, I was a lot better off than I thought I would be. I thought I'd be walking out of the smoke shop, dizzy as hell, throwing up as soon as I got out the door and hit fresh air. But I didn't. I was.
Well, I guess
actually
it matters how long it took you to smoke those 4 cigars. If you did them in 4 hours, then you're probably pretty sick.
It took me from. I got there at 10, and I left there a little bit after 5.
Okay.
So it was, average about what, a cigar every 2 hours.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, it was one right after another. There was not really a break. I just kept going. But it was fun.
No
and
lunch break?
That isn't. No. I didn't even eat lunch. I didn't stop to eat lunch either.
Dang.
I stayed there and I smoked. It was my relaxed day, so I relaxed. I literally got to do what I wanted to do. So
That's cool.
But yeah, and it's an ode to cigar shops, right? Because when I got there, I was planning. I picked up my first cigar, smoked it. And then a regular guy came in, Orlando. Hi, Orlando. He came in, and he bought me a cigar. And I was like, well, that's awesome. I appreciate that. And then my sister actually showed up, and she bought me 2 cigars.
Damn.
And then the owner came in. He bought me a cigar.
So you smoked all day for free, is what you're saying?
I mean, I was sitting there literally, about to, shell out almost $100 just to smoke there all day. But yeah, I just kept getting cigars. And then Grim showed up and he bought me a cigar. So I literally only had to pay. I only had to pay for 1 cigar, but I ended up getting a Jaime Garcia because I really like the Jaime Garcias, and I smoked that too. So I was like, okay. So I came home with 3 cigars, but I got a total of 7.
Just forget about the Jaime Garcia.
It is, and it's made by my father, which my father, another brand, I haven't found a bad My Father cigar in any of their lines.
Agreed. So
it's not one I would recommend for a beginner smoker at all, just because they are a little bit heavier and a little bit pepperier, I guess that's a word. But they're excellent smoke. I do recommend My Father to pretty much anybody who's a smoker. But it's not one of those brands you really think about,
Yeah. Although the Judge from My Father is one of my... it's on the short list of like, oh crap, they got the Judge. I'm going to get that kind of cigars.
Drop everything else. I'm getting that one.
Yeah. I mean, there's something I can get over.
Doesn't have like an orange band at the bottom?
I think it's got a ribbon at the bottom, yeah.
Yes, it's the orange ribbon. Sorry, it's the orange ribbon. Yeah. I think that's the Judge. To help you identify it versus, most of the ribbons are red. But if you see the orange one, I think that's the Judge. And you should pick it up.
Also, I don't know if this is like in the entire line. I've only gotten that cigar like in shops, but it's always been box pressed when I've had it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something special about a box press to me. I don't know why. It's fancy for the sake of fancy, but and maybe that's a question we should have asked Hector when he was on. Is what's the difference between when you do a box press and a normal round cigar? But
yeah, have you ever had a box press? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was talking to Jason from Romacraft, and he was saying that they just released a box press of the Intemperance Volstead, and he said that there's something special about that cigar. You got to get one. I haven't tried it yet, but the Volstead line is really good, and I can't imagine it, being hurt by a box press. But I'm looking forward to trying that soon. I don't think
anything's ever really affected by a box press besides making it better.
Yeah, he said it was better. Like he really liked it. He could have just been selling me, but I liked him, so it was okay.
No, there is something. I agree. There is something about a box press cigar that it's different. I mean, mouthfeel, of course, but it tastes different. There's a different taste to them. I don't know why. Maybe it's all psychological. I don't know, but I've had...
It probably is, but yeah, you're right.
But I had recently some Olivas. I had Oliva G's that one was rounded, one was box pressed. I enjoyed the Oliva G box press better better than the rounded G. I don't know why.
Yeah,
because I even think they had the same habanero wrapper.
interesting.
But it was weird. I enjoyed the box press much better. But have you ever had a box press torpedo?
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I've got a few in my humidor right now. A few Olivas actually.
Yeah,
It's like the best of everything.
yeah, it's like the best of both worlds. Because there's something about a torpedo. I like a torpedo.
Yep.
Once you get over the, hey, am I going to cut this right? You're going to cut it fine. Just do it. Once you get over that, I don't want to mess up my cigar. They're good cigars. Torpedoes for me have been always just, I don't know, the draw on them just is better for me. I like them.
I noticed sometimes with a torpedo that they will tar up faster than other cigars because
Oh yeah, absolutely.
concentrated
that's
towards the end. But
Yep.
usually you have a little extra cap and you can cut it down if you need to. Although I did that before I knew about Jay's tip of like lighting the cherry and puffing it. So
Yeah.
I have to try that next time.
I know I'll be using that tip more often now that I know about it.
For sure. Yeah, there's been a lot that I'll try to cut it like on the V cut. I'll try to do a cross section so it ends up being a cross.
Yeah.
If I don't have a full guillotine cutter.
I believe
do like
that's
a V cross cut on a torpedo or a whatever the other name for the other pointed cigar is.
Yeah.
Perfecto?
I think
That's another one.
yeah, perfecto, yeah, but I think that's called a crown cut.
Oh,
when you
is
do
it?
the double V. I think it's called a crown cut.
Fancy.
I can see.
Yeah. But have you ever V cut a torpedo? Just
Oh,
look
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
All the
that.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite cut now for the torpedoes is the V cut on them. Yes, it's a smaller opening, but I think it's more enjoyable because there's less tobacco in your mouth and stuff like that. You're not sitting there pulling stuff out, but I for some reason I just enjoy the V cut on a torpedo, and you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it like the smaller the opening that you have, it might intensify the flavor a little more.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a big fan of the punch over like for cuts, and that may have just been because it was convenient. I had a lighter I used to carry a lot that had a little punch that flipped out. But I hardly ever use it now. I feel like it often doesn't give me as good a draw as some of the other cuts.
Yeah, I think that's why I like the
V
V cut. Is it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. The punch. You do tend to get tarry pretty quickly on a punch. So I tend to stay away from those unless I'm just feeling it. But for the most part, I'll just do a V cut.
When I do a punch, I usually end up doing a double punch.
Yeah.
That way it still opens it up just enough to where I don't get I don't have to sit there and cut it or anything like that. It keeps it open a little bit, but I just do a double punch on it. And
They call that the
but I
infinity
love
cut.
doing. Yeah, I like the infinity cut. No, whenever you do the double punch, I usually like to do it on a thicker cap. Like sometimes you'll get some that have really good thick caps, and that's perfect for a punch.
Yep.
I will often punch a shallow cap if it doesn't come past the shoulder very far on the tip of the cigar, and I'm worried that if I give it a straight cut or a V cut, that I'm gonna break the cap and it's gonna start to unravel the wrapper. I will go for the punch first on that.
Yeah, I do that on like flat caps, definitely.
Yeah. The last couple flat caps I did a punch on, a double. But yeah, you're all blurry.
I don't know what once
you're-
you zoom in up close. There we go. It's like
For
closer.
the next couple of seconds, and then it'll go blurry again.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that. Maybe it's too humid or something.
I don't know that.
Let's just go with that. That sounds plausible.
That's yeah.
It is a little humid here. That might contribute to the smoke rings.
Yeah.
I think
get a little bit of rain.
I've come up with with a name for you, Billy. I'm going to call you the Profile Apprentice.
Okay.
Because Zach is our cigar profiler, but you're pulling out stuff that normally everybody else doesn't get too. So I'm going to call you the Profiler Apprentice.
Sweet.
So teach them your ways, Zach.
Happy to.
Yep.
Most of it is based on wine tasting and whiskey tasting and names of things that you can find in a cigar.
Tasting a bit of asparagus on this one.
Actually, what I think Zach does is he has one of those randomizers, and he puts all the wine tasting notes and all the whiskey tasting notes in there, and he just spins it, and he's like,
it's like a magic 8-ball.
You're revealing my secrets.
he spins it, and he's like, oak, cedar, leather,
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Cardamom.
It was a fresh spring day when they cut these leaves. I can tell.
Do I detect a bit of dill?
Oh, if it was dill, Zach would be all over it, man. Like pickles taking the cigar. Yeah, that cigar would not last. He'd probably eat it.
Did we talk about the Jimmy John sandwich yet?
No.
The pickle witch?
Oh,
No, we haven't talked about it yet.
I've not tried one yet, and
Me
that is
either.
because Jimmy John's is about 20 minutes away. But it's a sandwich that uses pickles instead of the bread, and I'm a big fan of the pickles, so I want to try it.
But Zach's downselling it. It's a massive pickle.
It's a giant pickle. It's
Giant
a full-size
pickle.
sandwich, pretty much.
Yeah, that they cut in half and put the meat and cheese and everything inside of that.
I think they're scooping out some of the inside of the pickle, which makes me wonder
Yeah.
what are they doing with that? Like, are they just
Eating
throwing
it.
that
Can I
away?
have the
Or...
rest of that?
Yeah, it's like,
That's
can
the
I
best
just
part.
get a plate of the pickle insides?
Right.
Here's your pickle witch, and here's a side cup of all the innards.
Hey,
I'd be okay
would
with
not
that. That would
complain.
make me very happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain at all. I'd be like, thank you.
A good kosher dill pickle is a thing of beauty.
I'd have to agree because but the only downside I see of that is it'd have to be a messy sandwich.
I
yeah.
would
because-
think so.
I watched
There's lots of
I watched
drip
a lady
opportunity
eat.
there.
Yeah, because the day that they released it, I watched this lady unveil it on her YouTube channel, and that thing was just dripping so much, and I was like,
Yeah.
I really don't care if it's a messy sandwich, but it was delicious. It looks delicious, and I'm really turned on by you eating the pickle sandwich that way, lady. So thank you.
So this is a hot dog situation where you got to be careful how you eat it.
Pretty much. You gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful. But
Or banana.
she took it down like a
something.
champ. Like a champ.
What's so we don't have any In-N-Outs, but what is that? There's some kind of burger they have where it's like the outside of it is like nothing but onions or something. It's really weird.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. They take like a whole onion, you cut
Yeah.
it, and that's
What?
the bun. Yeah.
Mhm.
I've not heard of that.
It's like, is it
I had
animal
a-
style?
I can't
No,
remember.
that's an In-N-Out burger like secret menu item, which is like they just put everything on it or something.
Okay. All
Side
these
note:
secret
In-N-Out
menu
burger
items.
is so much better than it needs to be. Like,
What is?
I don't know why. In-N-Out burger.
Oh.
Like, it's a fast food burger, but it's like it's pretty freaking good.
I wish they would come over here on the East Coast.
The only exotic burger joint I've ever had is probably Jack in the Box.
Is that exotic?
Well, it is to me because we don't have them.
Oh, okay. That's fair. We don't really have
Yeah.
them here anymore. I think there used to be one in Knoxville, but it's moved.
I
Or close,
think
I should
they
say.
are expanding into Georgia soon, though. I did hear that they are going to be opening up some new locations. So that's
Jack in the Boxes.
Yep.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yep.
But it
Um,
wasn't a bad experience. I enjoyed the Jack in the Box. And it was definitely different than what you get around here. So
Do you
That's
have
what I'm saying.
Steak and Shake?
we have Steak and Shake.
Okay.
a lot of
Those are
steak and
pretty
shakes.
solid.
And now there's a lot of Whataburgers.
Yeah, there's a lot of Whataburgers.
What's your opinion of Whataburger?
When they are on, when they're fresh, if somebody cooks them right, they're good. But if they are just throwing them together, if they're busy or whatever, and they don't really give a shit, then they're pretty average. I will say they did have a limited thing menu item not that long ago. It was like a chili cheeseburger, and it had Fritos on it.
I had
that. That was pretty fucking good.
That was pretty good. But I also had it in Texas.
Yeah,
I was in Houston I was in Galveston, Texas. So we were on the coast to go fishing, and we stopped at Whataburger, and I got that, and it was like, oh, this is really good. But my previous Whataburger experience had been in Louisiana, and the Whataburgers there are not as good as the Whataburgers in Texas. I thought that was kind of hype because I got a friend from Texas, and he's like, nah, you got to get them in Texas. And like, he's actually right. It's better in Texas.
Better in Texas.
But I've not tried the one in Tennessee yet, so that the verdict's still out on that one.
Now, I mean, I think it does matter where you get them. Well, Whataburger has a lot of franchisees, so it probably matters a lot, like who owns that franchise.
That makes sense.
I know that when many years ago, my son's first hamburger that he ever ate was at a Whataburger in Destin. And that was one of the old Whataburgers. We went there. That was, from my memory, that was a completely different tasting burgers than the ones that we have here in the Atlanta area.
Interesting.
But it's been so many years. I wouldn't really be able to compare them. But yeah, my son was like, yeah, I really love Whataburger. And, we didn't have Whataburger then. So it was like, well, I can't take you back there anytime soon.
Well, for me, I've only had Whataburger, like, dinner menu twice. And the burger itself was pretty good. It was, wasn't bad. I definitely put it higher than, Burger King or McDonald's, of course.
Yeah.
But their breakfast menu is on point.
Really?
I've heard that.
I love their breakfast. I will make a special trip to Whataburger just to get breakfast because they actually have a Whataburger breakfast burger where they use the burger patty and eggs and bacon and the Whataburger sauce, and it's so good. I mean, it's fantastic.
How are the eggs done on the burger?
They're a fried egg. They're not
runny yolk, or is it like cooked all the way through, or
it's cooked all the way through.
Okay.
They're fried eggs, but it's fantastic. It's I can't recommend them more, because if you get that burger, it's amazing. And their cinnamon rolls are good too, which is surprising for a burger joint.
It's incredibly messy, but a over easy egg on top of a burger is an amazing thing.
I agree.
Well, yeah, we have a place called Vortex, and they have a burger called the Zombie Apocalypse.
It's so good.
And it's two over easy eggs sitting on top of like barbecue and a
dang.
I think it's a steak burger.
It's a steak burger. I think it's like a third pound or something piece of meat, and it's just one bun right on the bottom.
Yeah, well, it's Texas toast.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's Texas toast on the bottom. And dude, they bring it out, and there's a knife going through the middle of the two eggs, and there's like hot sauce running off of it. So it looks like you stabbed a zombie in the face. And that is fantastic to just have that runny egg and all that meat, and it's so good.
Fucking phenomenal. It is probably one of my favorite burgers, even though it's more than just a burger, but damn, that thing is good.
There was a barbecue restaurant in Shreveport. It used to be just down the street from where I used to live in Shreveport, but they moved to Bossier City across the river and then got bought out, and I don't know what happened after that. But they had really pretty solid burgers, and they'd let you add anything on the menu a la carte. So I had a fried egg on that thing. It was uneatable as a burger, like a sandwich, but with a fork and knife, that thing was freaking amazing.
Yes,
so good.
Sometimes that's the best way to eat them.
Yeah.
That's how you eat
Oh.
the zombie apocalypse. You don't try to pick that sucker up.
Yeah. There's another really good burger joint in Knoxville called Stock and Barrel, and everything on their menu is amazing. They do like duck confit fries, and they've got a burger called the Elvis, which is burger patty with peanut butter and bacon and a fried banana on top. Oh my god! Also incredibly messy.
They have something similar to that in a place called well, damn, it's in Macon. The Rookery. It's called the Rookery. And
I've heard of that. I think
they have the burger with the peanut butter and everything on it. It is fantastic, and it has a banana on it too. Yeah.
Well, they've got a burger with peanut butter at Vortex too, don't they?
I don't know. It's been a while since I've been to Vortex, so they may have added that.
it's a weird combination, and if you're in the right mood, it's just like so good.
Yeah, you wouldn't think peanut butter on a burger would be good, but it's fantastic.
I like hesitantly purchased it one of the first times I went to Stock and Barrel in Knoxville, and was very happy with that. But then I started thinking, like, there's all those like sauces that have peanut butter or peanuts in them, like, you know, peanut sauce for curry, or like West African food with curry stew and fofo or fufu, I should say. It's just it's a good thing. I like it. When I make Panang curry, it's got peanut butter in it. It's really good.
So what we're saying is we need to find more recipes with peanut butter in it.
I'm saying this peanut thing might be taking off.
I mean, it works for Chick-fil-A,
Right?
you know.
But is that the peanut oil, or is that the fact that it's brined in pickle juice?
I think it's the combination of both.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, because the peanut oil makes just that flavor of the Chick-fil-A unique, and then you add the brine on it, just kicks it up a notch, and I think it's just salty, sweet goodness.
Do you have canes?
I think no,
Cane-
we don't have any canes.
There are, but not around
Raisin
here, but there are
canes?
some that are being built up around
Okay.
the north side of Atlanta.
They have a very simple menu, but their chicken fingers are probably my favorite fast food chicken fingers.
So there's a couple of other places that I've tried recently. One is Guthrie's, which is, if you've been to Zaxby's, the story behind that is one of the original people behind Zaxby's left the company and started his own chicken finger place that was basically based off of the original recipe.
Right.
And it's pretty freaking good. And then the other one that I've
Nice.
tried on the north side of Atlanta is called Huey Magoo's.
That's a good name.
They're interesting.
Is it?
It's actually really fucking good chicken fingers. They're not cheap though, but they say we're the filet mignon of chicken fingers. They said we only use like the actual fillet of the chicken breast or whatever. But they're pretty freaking good. They I think they make their own ranch there because it tastes like homemade ranch. So
Nice.
it's really freaking good.
Very nice.
If ever, it's a hard name to miss, so I had to try that if I ever see them.
Huey Magoo's, yeah. The other weird thing about their setup is they don't have a traditional drive-through. If you want to use their drive-through, you have to place an order online and then just drive around once it's ready.
Interesting.
I don't know why they do it like that, but
It must take too long to cook or
yeah,
something.
because like the first time I went over there, I went to the drive-through and they just had like a big QR code on the side of the building. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it just made you download the app and purchase your items there. And it's like, okay, now wait about 20 minutes and go around and pick up your order. I was like, oh, well, I guess I need to move. So, but other than that, it's pretty good, pretty damn good.
Nice.
So it sounds like they're made to order, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing actually.
my wife worked for Zaxby's many moons ago, and they constantly had to deal with customers saying, "Well, where's my food?" Like, it takes at least 15 minutes to cook your food.
Yeah.
That's where your food is.
Yeah, it's like, would you rather be cold or pre-made and old and not great?
Oh, everybody loves fried chicken that's been sitting under a heat lamp for a while.
Yeah.
That's the best version of that, right?
Yeah, the point where you can, light the chicken itself and smoke it, that dry.
KFC?
Yeah, you can get some really dry stuff from KFC, but you can get some really good stuff from KFC too.
I don't know. It seems like all the KFCs that I've been to around here are just not good. At least, I don't know if they've altered their original recipe or what, but it just does not taste the way it used to taste. Like back in the 90s, 80s or whatever, when we were kids and stuff like that. I mean, you get a bucket of KFC and that was like, everybody was excited. Now it's just like, oh man, you got KFC? Okay.
I guess I'll deal with it. All right. So we about wrapped up on these cigars, or are we still going?
Yep.
I'm ready to review.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll kick this off. From light up till the very end, it did change on me. It got stronger, and I think it's a little bit more heavier on the nicotine because my head is swimming now. But no film on my mouth, so that's good. It was a good smoke. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy it. I don't know if it's partly because of the company. Company's great. But I'm going to rate it probably a 3.25. And for us, it's 3.25 out of 5. It's about a middle of the road cigar. I'm not going to, tell you to run out and grab one right now. But if you pick one up, it's a decent smoke. It's not a typical barber pole where sometimes you'll get multiple flavors in it. It's kind of the one note thing. But 3.25 is where I think I'm going to sit with it. And I'll tell you that the truth on this cigar is I have no idea how they got Drunken Duck or Drunken Donald out of it. Unfortunately, I don't know much about the cigar itself, but it does, to me, taste a little bit more Dominican. It's got the Dominican feel to it, more than Nicaraguan, because Nicaraguan definitely has that heavier, taste to it. But this has a lighter taste to it, so I'm thinking it's more Dominican, which, we haven't rated Dominicans very highly in the past on our show, but 3.25. So I would definitely say it's a decent smoke. How about you, Billy?
Mine really picked up too as far as the intensity towards the end. I guess around the halfway point, and it just kind of started to ramp up from there. The flavor profile just really kind of intensified with the pepperiness, not to the point where I don't enjoy it, but all around really enjoyable experience. I did at one point feel like I noticed a little bit of caramel, just kind of lingering in the background a little bit. That was a pleasant surprise. But I think because it did ramp up to where I kind of liked it as far as the full bodiedness and the flavor. I really think I'm going to put this one around a 4.25. I really enjoyed this. From start to finish, it didn't end disappointing. It just kept getting more towards the flavor profile that I enjoy. So yeah, I'm going to say 4.2.
Okay. So also tell us the truth on it. What is it actually?
I really don't know much about it, to be honest. I suppose it's just one of a new line in their Banker series. But I think it's probably Nicaraguan filler. I would assume, just because of where it ended up in the flavor profile. It's a little bit, like I said, heavier. You got that little bit more pepperiness towards the end. Yeah, I don't really know much about the company. I know you said H. Upman is a good brand, but this is really my first experience with them.
Fair enough. How about you, Zach?
Well, up until this last third, I probably would have rated this about a 2.5. It's not really my cup of tea. It's a little too mild, a little too not. I don't know how to. It didn't have anything that stood out to me. But the last third is quite good and much closer to things I like. I don't know if that's just because they had something else towards the head of the cigar that's more my cup of tea, or if it just because it intensified as I was smoking it. But the last third is pretty good. I rated it a 3. It's probably not my go-to, but as far as a house cigar goes, for a small shop, that's pretty nice. I think they can sell a lot of these because they're pretty approachable and an easy smoke. So
Nice.
Very cool.
give it a 3.
And just a shout out to Smoky Cigar, and let them know that I appreciate them letting me smoke that cigar when I came in the shop. The staff was extremely friendly, extremely helpful, and I can't say nothing but good things about them. So if you're ever up in Pigeon Forge, check out Smoky Cigar. It was a good time. We had some laughs while we were there, and they had a very nice humidor.
Oh, yeah.
Brands all over the place. So they weren't just, they didn't just have the big brands. They also had some, boutique cigars and stuff in there. So you can get a wide selection of cigars through them. So can't say nothing but good things
Very
about
nice.
them. All right. Well, if that's all we got to say about the cigars, I think we're just going to close this one down for the night. And I'm going to say good night.
Good night.